Hello students, welcome to the lecture on webcasting, and after this lecture we will be able to learn the following objectives. Explain the concept of webcasting, understand the working procedure of webcasting, explain the cause for webcasting, discuss the keys to effective webcast, describe the type of webcast, explain the encoding of webcast, define bandwidth of webcast. Let's start with the introduction to webcasting. Webcasting broadcasting over the internet is a unique medium that combines television production techniques with streaming media technology in a fully interactive environment with global reach. Unlike television, webcast programs are not confined to a geographically limited distribution network or a linear format where content is viewed in a predetermined order. Webcasts can be watched anytime by anyone, and if pre-recorded, they can be viewed anywhere and in any sequence. These features combine to make webcasting a powerful and dynamic communication medium for any size organization. Let us now discuss the concept of webcasting. Web broadcast in which a live event supported by audio, video and chat capabilities is presented to a large number of web users from a website. Often used for briefings, seminars and celebrity interviews, webcast allows interactive user participation. Also called netcast and netcasting or webcasting. Webcasting broadcasting over the internet is a unique medium that combines television production techniques with streaming media technology in a fully interactive environment with global reach. Advantages: less expensive than satellite broadcasting, great way to reach a large number of participants gathered in multiple locations. Webcasts can be transmitted in real time to large or small groups gathered in various locations. Also possible to view in real time by individuals sitting at computers or using mobile devices. Disadvantages: professional audio, visual and communication specialists required for high-level results, specialized equipment and adequate bandwidth required for media streaming over the internet, higher risk of disruption, distortion or failure of transfer when using the internet rather than satellite. Standard definition SD images may degenerate if enlarged to room-sized screens. Two-way interactivity between audience and the presenter will be limited or non-existent. Qualified troubleshooters recommended at every group receiving site. A backup program advisable in case a webcast transmission is interrupted or unsuccessful. Can be very expensive depending on how many sites are to receive the broadcast. Not all web browsers will work the same.
Let's talk about some words you probably hear on a daily basis. Words like web conferencing, online meeting, webinar, virtual event, streaming or webcast. These are sometimes used interchangeably, but is it really clear what the terms mean? Well, understanding what every virtual solution has to offer will allow you to see real benefits for your business. Let's focus on webcasting. So what is a webcast? A webcast, by definition, is a broadcast on the web. Similar to TV or radio, it's a one-to-many communication, and it allows you to reach hundreds, thousands, even tens of thousands of viewers all at the same time. A webcast is also sometimes referred to as a virtual event. Webcasts are highly scalable and reliable, and they're designed to address a widely dispersed audience all over the world. There is a common source of confusion between webcasting and web conferencing, so let's try and clear that up a bit today. Web conferencing is a solution designed for smaller meetings. It's normally used in conjunction with an audio conference, and it's highly collaborative. Web conferencing is perfect for less formal day-to-day meetings and normally has fewer attendees. A webcast, on the other hand, uses audio streaming or video streaming, and it allows participants to listen or see the presenter over the internet without the need to download or install or even use a telephone. The attendee just clicks on a link and joins the virtual event. As a presenter, a webcast with streamed audio can be run using just a plain old telephone. The beauty of this is that multiple speakers in geographically dispersed regions can all be presenting at the same time in real time. Perfect! Webcasts can also include a video element by using a variety of different sources. Webcams, on-site camera crews, a professional studio, or even a plain old video conferencing unit in your company's boardroom. All of these enable you to add video to your webcast. A webcast is so much more than just the ability to listen or view the speaker over the internet. Webcasts can be fully customized to reflect a company's brand or a theme. They can include a registration page and can allow for literally thousands of simultaneous viewers. Most corporate webcasts include some form of interactivity, like the ability for participants to submit a question or take part in live polls or post-event surveys. The use of slides in corporate webcasts is also really common. Powerful reporting provides analytics ranging from a high-level overview of participation right down to detailed tracking of each participant. If you're handling sensitive content, you can restrict access from specified IP addresses, email domains, or even add a password for your peace of mind. Webcasts are also routinely archived online, so a presentation lives on beyond the actual event date, allowing the hosting company to maximize their event and make the most out of the content. Webcasts are extremely useful for training, investor relations, internal town halls, medical marketing events, or continuing education. How do you envision using one?
Let us now discuss working of webcasting. For a webcast, everything needs to be digital, depending on connectivity, choice of digital recording devices, camera and microphone, editing or mixing mechanism, and uploading. Microsoft or service webcasting can either produce extremely high quality events online or result in a very poor experience. Connection. The key to a successful webcast is securing enough upstream bandwidth to upload the live signal to the internet and enough downstream bandwidth to download it. One can test the up and downstream speeds of own broadband line with an online speed testing website such as Speedtest Kit. The minimum requirements that need a digital camera and a microphone built into or fed into a phone or computer that is internet connected. This setup can be extended to many cameras and microphones, but these then would need pre-mixing into a single stream that is sent out to the internet. Software and service webcasting does not necessarily require the local use of vision mixing software. The singular signal from one camera and its microphone can be sent directly to the internet-based streaming service. I tend to define this as live streaming rather than webcasting.
Users of webcasting tend to fall into 2 or 3 groups based on content and audience. At the lower end of the scale are experimental services that have essentially no audience. These are individuals with companies experimenting with a technology and hoping to find an idea that will have some kind of audience appeal. Now, at the higher end of the scale are the larger organizations, rebroadcasting their traditional TV signals to very large audiences. Big name concert promoters and movie streamers tend to fall into this second category. Now, between these 2 extremes are events like yours, with a more focused and narrowly defined audience. Most of them are corporate in nature, especially associations, which broadcast conferences, keynote addresses, the CEO's annual message to the troops, AGMs, reporting of quarterly corporate results, etc. Now, some of these events are almost like video conferencing, where, for example, a live training session is webcast to a select group of members or employees, or a workshop is webcast to a specific group of professionals. This type of webcast is often enhanced by the use of live interactivity in the form of live online chat during the event, where individuals may ask questions of the presenter through the moderator of the event. Some examples of live event videocasting include corporate and industry events such as sales presentations, committee meetings, AGMs, and product launches. Associations, nonprofits, and educational organizations will benefit greatly from broadcasting conferences, seminars, online training, and workshops. Even entertainment events like concerts, church services, sporting events, and press conferences are all very well served by live videocasting. And of course, the live videocast can always be recorded and archived for future use as video on demand, where it can be displayed on a website and distributed free of charge, or even as a pay-per-view video to generate even more revenue.
Let us now discuss the cost for webcasting. Whether run a blog business or class, webcasting is a great way to get message across the world. Busy audiences enjoy webcasts because they can listen or watch while also working on other tasks, and training via video webcast allows audience members to along with a presenter. Webcasting can be pricey, with costs running up into the thousands, but do-it websites are possible with minimal equipment and hosting costs. Hardware and software costs. Minimum requirements to webcast are a computer and a microphone. Most computers built since 2000 will be fast enough to handle audio webcasting. Microphones for computers were cheap, and a good headset with microphone combo runs INR 750 to 1000. To video webcasts, even a regular webcam works. Stream quality. Stream quality greatly affects the cost of webcasting. Higher bit rates take up more bandwidth, and video webcasting requires a considerably higher bit rate than audio. Streaming versus on-demand. Stream hosts also give the option of hosting the stream once completed on their server and allowing audience to play the webcast whenever they like. Traffic volume. The size of audience is the biggest cost factor for webcasting. Small audiences sizes create less traffic to host server, thus costing less. Stream hosts often sell their packages with a maximum audience size, although some use a bandwidth cap much like regular. Web hosts do. Professional production. If it needs a professional production company to come in and do that webcast, be prepared to spend a lot of money. These companies rarely put their prices out in the open, especially because the costs vary widely depending on each webcast needs. Let us now discuss keys to effective webcasts. Webcast is a powerful web communication tool. A webcast can be a powerful tool to communicate effectively, utilizing audio and web conferencing technology with co-workers, clients, and customers. It is imperative that make the most of webcasting, even so that offer the best experience possible to viewers and attendees. Webcast scheduling importance. It is extremely important to schedule webcasts for a time and day that is convenient for all of webinar attendees. It's vital that keep in mind the time zone differences in the event that has global attendees as well. Organized webcasts. It is also very important to plan and organize webcasts in advance to ensure all software and audio and web conferencing presentation run smoothly without any interference. By creating a webcast plan can better organize all of presentation material well in advance. Social media. Integrating social media and social technologies into webcasts and presentation will offer a larger reach to a bigger audience and will improve the user experience during the webcast. Use LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook to promote the event, offer prizes and giveaways for attendees. Introduce presenters. It is also important to introduce all speakers and presenters at the start of the meeting. This is especially important hosting a large webcast event and has many speakers presenting. This should take place in the initial stages of the webcast so that audience is familiar with all of the users that they will be interacting with. It is vital to make webcasts as comfortable as possible for use. Now we shall talk about the types of webcasts. There are various types of webcasts. The first step in producing a webcast is to determine its type. There are two webcast variables to consider when determining type: presentation and context. Presentation. A webcast can be live or pre-recorded. A pre-recorded webcast is called video on demand (VOD). Context. A webcast can be a one-time event or part of a series. Webcasts are always a combination of at least one type of presentation and one type of context. Live webcast. A live webcast, like a live television program, involves recording, mixing, and distributing content in real time. Unlike most television programs, the live window in webcasting, that is the actual time the webcast is live on the air, can vary tremendously. The live window can be very long. Attributes of a live webcast. Video and audio occur in real time. Viewers must watch at an appointed time. There is little room for production errors. Technical support is essential. Captioning is less expensive. Capture and synchronization are done along with the webcast when captioning in real time on captioning. Captions are delayed by 1 to 4 seconds. If the meeting is being conducted at multiple locations, each location will require an internet connection and central coordination and control point is needed. Video on demand webcast. A video on demand (VOD) webcast is very much like a pre-recorded television show. Its content has been recorded, edited and uploaded to servers so that viewers can watch it. Unlike television, however, viewers can choose to view the content whenever they want from a variety of web-connected devices powered to support the media player.
This video is a remake of how to make a webcast. So let's get started. So what you're going to need to do is open up your internet first of all. And once the internet has opened, you can go to ustream.tv. That is ustream.tv and enter. Now, if you haven't made a webcast yet, or you haven't had an account yet, this is what the homepage is going to look like. Now, it looks a lot different than my other video because it's really updated a lot. So, right here on the homepage, there's CBS. That's Metro Traffic Camera. Okay. So, if you want to make a webcast, you click Broadcast Now. And you'll see this. So make sure you have a webcam plugged into your computer and a microphone, or if your webcam has the microphone installed, everything. Make sure that your drivers are installed and everything that needs to be installed. So now you click sign up and we'll sign in. Let's create a new one. I'll create a new one. Elmuck 2. Elmuck 2. Password verified. We'll just do this. Yeah. Email alex@elmuck1.tk. Type this in. P7KMHR. And that's it. Agree and submit. Now you can remember. Okay, so fill out personal information. So Alex. Male. Live in the USA. And I don't want you to see this, so I'm gonna like. Oh well. Okay. I don't want to do that. I guess I can send it to Twitter. Never mind. Just skip this step. Show name. Elmuck1 Live. And broadcast now. Now you see show name, upload. You can do a lot of things. It's kind of like you have your own channel, just like on YouTube, and you can do a whole bunch of different things. But if you just want to broadcast, you just click broadcast now at the top. And then sign in to Twitter, but you don't have to. Skip that step. We'll just do educational, and this opens up. Now this is the Broadcast Council. Now it's very different than the other Broadcast Council on my old video because once again they've updated a lot. So you just click allow. Make sure you click allow or it won't work. And I'll select my webcam, and it's pointing outside right now because I don't really want you guys to see me at this moment. And then you can select the microphone. These are all the different microphones I have on my computer. Settings, I always bring the frame rate up. There's, you gotta click these, you can smooth the picture out a little bit. It gets all weird, but it kind of smooths the picture out. You can click, I'm using a sound mixer, but I'm not using a sound mixer. You can add text. You click new text layer, click here. Hello YouTube. Let's click YouTube and add. Now you click show preview, push on air, and look, you can kind of see it right there. So now we'll change the text color to black and scroll all the way over, and you can drag this across. Look at that person walking right in front of my video. What's going on? And just drag this over a little bit. Scroll. As you can see, it starts scrolling. You can have a background color if you want. Make the background white. And yeah, so that's about it. Oh, thanks for watching my video. Oh, this is my favorite one. You can do a poll. You can set up a poll question like, do you like YouTube? Or do you like me? And then shift question mark. So poll options: yes, no, or Elmo1. Start poll. So now if you go to your show page, which is, one second, let me pause the video and go to my show page, show you how to get there. Oh, I forget, you can just do this. Click Elmo1 Live, click that little thing right here, and boom, it pops out. You can see it right here. So now if we click, go back to console and click broadcast, or start broadcast. Minimize that, go back, look, see where I'm on, and at the top of the screen you see poll. You click poll. Mute that microphone so it's not going around. Sometimes it's a little tricky. You click poll. Do you like YouTube? Yes, no, or Elmo1? Elmo1. Vote. Now if you click OK, go back to your Ustream. Look, one person has voted for Elmo1. That means Elmo1 won because it's 10%. You just click stop poll, remove poll, go down, and poll is gone. This also comes with a chat room. Now you can be the moderator of the chat room, which means that you can control anything that people do. Like if they're saying mean stuff in your chat room, stop that. No, I don't want to. What are you going to do? Right click and kick out of the room. Or you can ban them. That's even more fun. You can click slow mode, which it only any person can only make one post within 60 seconds. So you get a post and you have to wait 60 seconds before you can post again, which stops from your stream crashing with all the posting.
Attributes of an on-demand webcast. Viewers can the webcasts at their own convenience. Information discussed at the meeting may no longer be timely when viewed at a later date. Captioning can be error-free with post-recording editing. Captioning is more expensive. Captioning after a meeting requires capture, editing, and then synchronizing on captioning. Adjustment can be made to improve the video and audio. Example, lighten or darken, increase sound volume. One-time event. An event webcast covers a one-time event such as an all-hands corporate meeting, a conference, a sports competition, or a cultural affair. It can be live or a mix of live and pre-recorded segments called B-roll segments. Series. A webcast series, like a television series, can run daily, weekly, or even several times throughout the day. Although most TV programs are in 30 or 60-minute segments, a webcast series can be of any length. Encoding of webcasts. Once video content has been captured and supporting media has been created, the producer must convert the information into streaming media and send it to the viewer. Successful streaming requires that three distinct steps occur: encoding, Serving, playing. Number 1, encoding. The encoding process uses codecs to convert a video from a live feed or tape into small digitized packets. Encoding optimizes the material for delivery based on its content, the expected available bandwidth of the network, and the capabilities of the viewer's equipment. Number 2, serving. A streaming media server distributes the digitized packets directly through the internet. The server is usually used in conjunction with a web server, which handles the storage and delivery of launch site data. Playing. Once transmitted to the viewer, a media player momentarily stores these packets in the viewer's computer memory. The media player then decodes and reassembles the packets into video that plays in a viewing window on the viewer monitor. Hosting of webcasting. In webcasting, hosting refers to the process of serving and storing webcasting media and content that have been encoded at various kilobit transfer rates. It includes hosting the launch site from which viewers will access the media, as well as hosting the streaming media, both VOD clips and live feeds. Hosting platform requirements. The platform used to stream video to the audience affects the production, including what types of content can be included, how many viewers can be served simultaneously, and the quality of the webcast. Whether produced in-house or outsourced, it is important to understand the capabilities of the streaming media platform. Hosting platform options. Depending on the nature of the content and the size of the audience, several hosting options ensure that viewers have high quality, unfettered access to the webcast: self-hosting, split hosting, and third-party hosting. When choosing among these options, the goal is to ensure the scalability, performance, availability, and interoperability that consistent, high-quality webcasting requires. Self-hosting. While self-hosting, the producer hosts all the content, both the launch site and the streaming video, on the company's local server. Self-hosting is ideal for low-traffic application, such as a VOD presentation that features product demonstration for a business-to-business environment. Split hosting. Although hosting a launch site typically does not require significant server resources, hosting streaming video with a live component requires more server capacity than most producers may want to invest in. With split hosting, the producer hosts the launch site and a third party hosts the streaming video. Third-party hosting. With third-party hosting, all content is hosted on a third-party server. For high traffic event-oriented webcasting, this option provides several benefits. Provides complete scalability for both the launch site and the streaming video, eliminates the need to maintain a separate local server, eliminates the need to redirect video requests, providing a seamless and instantaneous link between the launch site and the streaming video. Bandwidth of website. In webcasting, bandwidth refers to the speed at which a given amount of data flows along a connection in a given amount of time. It is expressed in kilobits per second, kbps. The more data that must be transmitted or received in a set period of time, the more bandwidth is necessary for optimal performance. Insufficient bandwidth is the principal cause of webcast failures. There are 3 types of failures. Low-level failures result in video that intermittently freezes in midstreams. Mid-level failures result in the temporary inaccessibility of the video. High-level failures result in server crashes where there is permanent loss of the video and programming becomes unavailable to viewers. Encoder to host. The encoder to webcast host connection requires a guaranteed minimum bandwidth of 1.5 Mbps or megabits per second. 1.5 Mbps equal to 1500 kbps at the site where the video is actually encoded. This is particularly important for sending multiple streams that are encoded at different kilobit transfer rates across the internet. Host to internet. Except for very low volume application, the minimum amount of bandwidth for the host computer in a webcast host to internet connection is a T3 or equivalent connection. T3 connections transmit data at a much faster rate than T1 or equivalent lines. This is because each video stream requires a substantial amount of bandwidth, and when multiplied by thousands or millions of simultaneous viewers, bandwidth requirements can become enormous. ISP to viewer. Bandwidth at the internet to viewer connection determines what types of presentation a viewer can receive and affects image size and quality. Provisioning bandwidth. For all three types of connection, it is important to determine the amount of bandwidth the typical viewer has before choosing encoding speeds and hosting options. This information significantly impacts the provisioning of bandwidth. Excessive bandwidth is a waste of money. Insufficient bandwidth increases the chances of signal degradation. Application of webcast. Webcast can be used in a wide variety of ways in many different sectors, including by corporation, government bodies, and educational institutions. Corporate sector, investor relations. Webcasts are regularly used for live broadcasts of the annual and interim result, as well as shareholders meetings, analyst days, and merger and acquisitions news, etc. Internal communication. The use of webcasts to communicate internally is becoming hugely popular. Sales and marketing. A webcast is also useful for providing colleagues with periodic sales and marketing updates, as well as for holding presentations, sharing manuals, and providing training courses. E-learning and accredited training. Webcasts are used to educate and train employees, agents, customers, and/or suppliers all over the world. Conferences and events. Almost any physical event can be an interesting website opportunity, live and/or on demand. Governmental sector. Governmental organizations commonly use a webcast to broadcast meetings ranging from local, council and committee meetings to hearings and election debates. Educational sector. Many educational institutions are discovering the benefits of webcasting or web lectures. According to recent research, 50% of all classes will be delivered online by 2019. Now, in the end, let us summarize what we have learned in this lecture. Web broadcast is presented to a large number of web users from a website. Social media actually started as a way for individuals to keep in touch with their friends and family. The key to a successful webcast is securing enough upstream bandwidth to upload the live signal to the internet and enough downstream bandwidth to download in. Webcast scheduling is extremely important to schedule webcasts for a time and day that is convenient for all of our webinar attendees. A video on demand VOD webcast is very much like a pre-recorded television show. Its content has been recorded, edited, and uploaded to servers so that viewers can watch it. A webcast series, like a television series, can run daily, weekly, or even several times throughout the day.